Big wins follow big failures in the space race, and SpaceX is living proof. After a series of dramatic setbacks and explosions, the company has finally cleared the path for its ambitious 10th Starship test flight. But here's where it gets controversial. Are these fiery mishaps steps on the path to progress, or do they signal deeper problems that could threaten humanity's lunar aspirations? Recently, the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, concluded its detailed investigation into the failure of SpaceX's Starship Flight 9, which launched in late May from the company's sprawling Starbase complex in South Texas. The green light comes not just after a technical review, but also after months of heated discussions, safety audits, and engineering soul-searching. Flight 9's demise was dramatic. Both the Super Heavy booster and the Starship upper stage were lost. With oversight from the FAA and support from multiple agencies, including the U.S. Space Force, NASA, and the National Transportation Safety Board, SpaceX spearheaded the investigation. The conclusion? Distinct structural failures existed in both the booster and the upper stage, requiring separate fixes for each vehicle component. And this is the part most people miss. While all eyes were on the failed flight, trouble was brewing on the ground as well. Just a few weeks after Flight 9, a violent explosion at a ground test site wiped out Ship 36, the vehicle originally intended for the next launch, and destroyed vital infrastructure nearby. According to SpaceX, both the in-flight catastrophe and ground explosion stemmed from unique, complex causes: a descent-induced rupture for the booster, and an undetectable flaw in a nitrogen pressure vessel for the test stand incident. These aren't just routine accidents. Each failure forced engineers to rethink designs, improve inspections, and tweak safety protocols. Let's break down what happened. On its third Starship launch of the year, SpaceX had built hope after the earlier losses of Flights 7 and 8, both of which spectacularly exploded over the Atlantic, lighting up skies from Florida to the Bahamas. Flight 9 began on a high note, achieving the first ever reuse of a Super Heavy booster, Booster 14. This time, instead of being caught by the futuristic Mechazilla launch tower, giant mechanical arms designed to snatch returning boosters mid-air, SpaceX has since promised to dial back the steepness of booster returns in upcoming tests. But here's a twist. Future boosters will actually use larger, three-fin grid structures intended to reclaim some of this lost maneuverability, proving that progress is rarely a straight line. Meanwhile, Ship 35, the upper stage on Flight 9, faced its own meltdown. Halfway through its initial engine burn, sensors detected a methane leak in the cramped nose cone. While onboard systems managed to stabilize pressure, the leak gradually undermined the spacecraft's attitude control. This led to a failed demonstration of its orbital maneuvering abilities, which would have included deploying simulated Starlink satellites, a crucial test before any real commercial use. Eventually, pools of liquid methane forced an emergency vent of all remaining fuel. And Ship 35 lost communications 46 minutes into flight as it re-entered the atmosphere far from its targeted landing site. Investigators pinned the blame on a faulty gas diffuser inside the main fuel tank. Engineers replicated and fixed the issue in subsequent tests. The ground explosion that doomed Ship 36 took place during fuel loading, when a pressurized nitrogen tank, COPV, inside the payload bay failed. SpaceX's investigation found that undetected or inadequately screened damage to the tank caused the blast. Now engineers have lowered operational pressures, added extra shielding, and beefed up inspection procedures, including high-tech evaluations designed to catch invisible defects. This demonstrates an oft-overlooked truth. The biggest leaps sometimes come from the harshest setbacks. And here comes the talking point everyone debates. Are these continual failures evidence of a daring, learn-by-doing culture? Or do they hint at systemic issues that could jeopardize NASA's Artemis 3 mission to the moon? NASA has already tapped Starship to land astronauts on lunar soil for the first time since 1972, targeting 2027 for launch. Yet with every Starship explosion, pressure mounts from Congress and the public over whether SpaceX can rise to the occasion. As for the FAA, their recent statement notes that no injuries or external damage occurred as a result of Flight 9's dramatic end. With this regulatory hurdle cleared, SpaceX is moving full steam toward Flight 10, expected to launch within days, live-streamed for the world to see. SpaceX insists that every failure provides lessons that directly enhance future generations of Starship and Super Heavy. Flights 10 and 11 are set to be the final tests of the current design, each pushing the envelope of rapid, fully reusable rocketry, the holy grail of space travel. So, what do you think? Is SpaceX's fiery progress proof of audacious innovation or reckless risk-taking with humanity's lunar future? Do you see these setbacks as valuable learning opportunities, or as cause for concern about the company's readiness for critical NASA missions? Let's ignite some debate. Share your thoughts below.